What's changed? The only thing that changed, you got more paperwork to fill out. And you got to pay taxes. And we don't give a shit about paying taxes, you know, as long as they're reasonable, you know. And then what we're seeing now is everybody trying to grab a hold of this runaway train that's not going to stop for them or anybody, you know, because once you show how pot can help people with epilepsy and the endless list. Once you show that, and it's affordable, and it can grow anywhere for anybody at any time, how do you stop that runaway train? And what you do, you have hearings, and you try to get the right bylaw, and all they're trying to do, and they tried this, by the way, they tried this back when they made it illegal in 1938 when I was born. Because back then it was always a drug. It was never anything more than a drug. In Amsterdam, for instance, when they dried the plants for shipment, or you know, when they dried to cure the plants, the buds and that, it's called droog. And when they sold it, they would sell it in the droog stores. That's where the word drug comes from. So the drug itself, the drugstore itself is named after the cannabis plant. And it should be, and it is, available right now. Because just because these people are now, they're jumping on board, which is fine, which is good, you know. I'd rather pay my taxes than go to jail or bail my kid out of jail for having a joint, you know. But what they got to do, and this is what I tell everybody, because you know, when I cured when it helped cure my cancer, you know, I had a lot of people say, "Oh, what do you do? What do you do? You know, where's the oil? Give me some." I tell everybody, you got to do what I did. You got to study. You know, don't put anything in your body unless you know what the fuck it's going to do to your body. You know? Just because it's the iPhone that really saved our world. You know, now we got information right in our hand. You don't have to listen to, you know, a politician or some, you know, pharmaceutical idiot, you know, trying to tell you why you should spend a lot of money for their shit that doesn't work. When you got a plant that your grandmother could, or your mother could grow as much plant, you know, that's what I envision someday. You know, some grandmother going, "Oh, honey, here's some pot I grew it, here's for you, there you go. I got more in the garden if you need some." That's what I'm waiting for that day. So as far as the legalization of this drugs, here's what we got to do. We got to be polite, jump through all the hoops, sign all the, you know, conform with all the stuff, hire the lawyers, because really that's what it's all about. They wanted to hire the lawyers. If they went to law school, you got a lot of debt to pay off. Hire them to do what the fuck anybody could do, and you know, fill up the right forms and do everything else, pay off the right person. Because every state, every place is different. But the one thing that isn't different is the pot itself. You can hand me a joint, I can't tell you where it's from. You tell me it's from Hawaii, yeah, it's from Hawaii, or Alaska, yeah, Alaska, Africa, anywhere, India, it's pot. It's available for us to use. And it's been used in the past. But the one thing I gotta say, you know, given it a lot of thought, because I don't want to ever approach anything in anger or feel that I've been robbed of anything, just like I approached jail. This is what we got to approach everything on this human plane. This is a physical plane that we live on. And we're here to do one thing, and that's to learn. We've got to learn. This is why we're physical beings. Because once you become a spiritual being, you don't feel any, you know, there's no up, there's no down, there's just is, they're just you. But when you have a body, you're here physically, and everybody's different. And everybody deserves, like everybody else. Like if you think that there's a certain way to be, look at Stephen Hawking. You know, he's all crumpled up, but that mind is so fucking brilliant. And that's what we are, we're mind. And that's what the cannabis works on. It works on our mind. And what it does, it takes our mind out of the loop. That's why you go into comas. It's a medical thing. You know, like if someone's really sick, they induce a coma. Well, you don't have to do that with marijuana. You take enough edibles, you will be in a coma. And the idea of a coma is to shut down the fears and the anxieties and the bullshit that goes on in your brain, thanks to the media and to all the bullshit that's been thrown at us. So it shuts it down, and then all of a sudden, your body realizes that it has everything that is needed in your body to combat anything. Mental health, physical health, cancer, anything. Because all disease is really a mistake. It's just a mistake. And when you realize that mistake is happening, we have the power to heal. And the healing isn't really, certain